It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season, as we've got a good one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They started on the ground with Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Oh, first play.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, stop.
Past the 20. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. That's a great response. You give up the first one of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal.
I can't hear you.
In the first minute of the game on our first.
And it's blocked.
Oh, let's go.
This is going the other way. Down the nose.
What?
There he goes. He's at the 40, 20.
Oh, it keeps turning off.
5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm in the middle of a game.
An oxygen mask after those last 2 plays.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm in the middle of a game.
Followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
Yeah, give me a second.
If after that long touchdown,
can you pause that time?
Actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown of protection led to the block.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, Herbert.
Fuck!
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really probably not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And some room to work. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Austin Eckler snapping though, low key.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in? Who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The catch and run good for 24 yards. Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
But it's certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Room here to run. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Yo, Austin Eckler is really snapping.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
15. Come back.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six.
Yo, no, son. It's the first quarter.
The extra point.
What?
And the lead is now 24.
What you mean?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get
You ate
another
that?
shot at it now as this one's in the air.
You gotta eat all of it, Jay.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
Hold on. No, you gotta eat all of it.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Hard throw, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. On the return, Jackson. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games.
Yeah, Auckland has to have five rushes for 190 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Because at this stage
until the first quarter.
It has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, 17.
There on the stop was Leo Chanel. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
You should put on the game. Go on for number. What do you want? Are you ready?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here this first half.
Probably not yet.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Remember, I've been a pretty big Daniel Jones guy. I like Kadarius Toney. I like them to be watchable. Saquon looked like actually better than him.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
37-6 in the second quarter is crazy.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never let it start so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Yeah.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Really?
Crossing route complete to Ross. And
Look up what other channels are on.
another first down at the Chargers 37.
Might not only be on that, to be honest. Might be on the channel.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Open man is Ross, complete.
So,
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Mahomes will throw for it. And for the
yo, that's inspired.
interception.
You saw that?
Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
What are you doing, sir? You went on live TV or something?
They pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. Remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back to 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
See, the next play to win the game. The interception, the end was just a bad decision.
That was a nice.
Charger drive about to get going. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football seems to turn to gold. They scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an
Oh, my God. This nigga is crazy nice.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final round.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
When you enter the game as the AFC Player of the Week award winner, you expect runs like that and then some.
It was fun to watch him in the opener last week in week 1. He was
Oh, my God.
and open for more here in week 2. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And he is going to have the Chargers' first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Up the middle with Eckler. And some room to roam now. The 20.
Yo, my son is nice.
All the way in for a Charger touchdown.
My son is nice.
Eckler, 46 yards. And the Chargers have got it on cruise control.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Tell you want to do me a favor? Okay, I don't know.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. It's Ekeler again, and maybe a measure of revenge there.
Give me a
He's
favor.
on his way in this
Run
one,
the ball
but
and
this
then
time they get him behind the line. The tally there,
And
-2
it's-
yards, brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like
Fourth
to see
down.
out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd down, here's Ekeler. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, their offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and
Did you make a field goal?
I hate to say it,
Did you really?
the way that he
Can you stop them?
First half, you just kind of hold your breath.
Good job, Tajay.
To pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath with those guys on the defensive side of the ball. They've got big smiles
He's
on their
passing?
faces. He's handing out picks. Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Here's Ekeler to begin the drive. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that we're stuck.
Catch the ball.
There's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try and put something together here in the second half.
Yellow.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
Khalil Mack had just 6 sacks in 7 games in 2021 due to a foot injury. Now he's in Los Angeles with the Chargers, and they believe they have themselves the best 1-2 combo in football, with he and Joey Bosa coming off the edge.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Mahomes finding Juju there for the Kansas City first.
After almost signing with Kansas City last offseason, Juju Smith-Schuster actually left Pittsburgh for KC this year as a free agent. He'll be one of the top targets for KC's offense this year as he chases his 2nd career 1,000-yard season. Always reliable, operating out of the slot. Look for him to catch plenty of balls, as we just saw there.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker Kyle Van Noy. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down.
Oh, that should have been a fucking true clock.
Good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Eckler now between the tackles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Hey, this is the same exact game I'm playing right now.
Situational football and understanding
2-0.
where the first down marker was and getting there.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Still coming on top, 3rd quarter. They start things here with a 1st and 10. That's his face here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A handoff, it's Eckler. Trucks over him. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. On the ground, it's Eckler. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes him susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On second down, there's the option going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Going on the ground with Eckler. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch.
Shedding the tackle and gives him some room.
It's okay. Still got some Eckler has 350 yards, 5 touchdowns.
An 80-yard touchdown.
That's some snap.
The Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. This time, the extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. In the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out on the field already making plans for the evening.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, Eckler. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap,
Done ready in the interior.
and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. If they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
That's insane. So one more touchdown.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the hole, ready for the next drive.
I haven't played him.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half was
he got Moss.
Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Mahomes now on first down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case,
Mike Williams
successfully.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So, for the Chargers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis